Chapter 11. Anybody know what chapter 11 is all about? What's that? Parks. Yep. So theme parks. When you hear theme parks, what do you think of? Six Flags, Disney, Universal Studios, Splashtown. So that's that. The food, okay, Schlitterbahn. Yeah, all of these are different types of theme parks. I don't have a PowerPoint presentation for theme parks, so we're just going to talk about it. So when you think of theme parks, what are some aspects of theme parks? Jocelyn mentioned food. What else?
Scotts.
Okay, so it's characters of some way, of some sort. Roller coasters and rides, yes. Games, yeah. What's that?
Themes.
The themes, okay. Some of them have lodging, absolutely. Anything else?
Fast. It's expensive.
It's expensive to have the fast pass, right? But from a theme park perspective, that is one way to get additional revenue, maybe from somebody who has a very limited time they only have today. And so they want to make sure they capitalize on the amount of time they don't want to wait in line. And so they want to capitalize on their time in the park. Or additionally, if you have people who are season pass holders or memberships, which now a lot of theme parks are going to a membership model, and so if they're part of that membership, maybe okay, you know what, this day I'm okay spending a little extra money on that fast pass in order to help jump the line, but maybe some other day I'm not really willing to pay that. I know, like, somebody in my morning class mentioned SeaWorld all day dining pass, and they have the SeaWorld all day dining pass. It's a little bit different than Six Flags, from what I remember from Six Flags being. But I remember when I took my brother and and my niece, the three of us went to SeaWorld, and I think you get to eat every 90 minutes. And so we bought one pass and then we just went through the line and we set a timer. Okay, 90 minutes later, we're going to go to a different food place and she would eat the fruit, right? Because she was like 4 years old. And then we give her some protein every now and then. But then he and I would split the entree and is that why you're not eating a full meal every 90 minutes? Probably shouldn't put that on the recording, but that's okay. How many times did we do it? Oh, I think probably about the fourth or fifth time we're like, okay, we're done. We don't really need to eat. But we would literally set a timer on our watch so we knew that 90 minutes later it was time that we could go eat again. And that way you're not eating a full meal every 90 minutes, right? You're splitting that up. But yeah, I think it was a entree, dessert, or side, um, and then a drink for every time you go through every 90 minutes. I think it was like 40 or $50 for the day. That wasn't a bad deal. Um, well, that's at SeaWorld, yeah.
We have these things that are like when they do Oktoberfest or they do have, I know they have like
You guys hold on 1 second.
an entree or side, whatever, for each location around the world or each thing in Oktoberfest. Um, I know for holiday or whatever they do for the winter in the park as well, they have a specific pass and you can try each type of drink because they have alcoholic hot chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
Here to the holidays.
Exactly. And that, Jocelyn, that brings up a really good point. In addition to all the things that we have at theme parks, now a lot of them are doing special events or things that happen. So what you were mentioning, so they have typically, and usually it's in the spring, they have an event called the Seven Seas at SeaWorld San Antonio. They have this event called the Seven Seas Food Festival. And so you can get a punch card and anywhere between 3 punches up to 15 punches. And you just pay for that punch card, and then you walk around to all the different food stations, and you can also get drinks as well. But they do the same thing for red, white, and barbecue. In the summertime, they do different barbecue from around the country. South Carolina is my favorite. That vinegar barbecue sauce is just So good. Um, and then let's see, they also do holidays at Christmas time as well. So they have different like food options and different special events that happen. What event just ended like last week or the week before? Hollow Scream or Fright Fest if you're at Six Flags, right? And so they have those special events that happen. What is the purpose of those special events that happen at the park?
It's ours.
It is fun. Repeat customers. There may be people that are coming specifically for that event, but then also you have those people who are season pass holders. You want to get them coming to your park over and over again because if they come to your park over and over again, what's going to happen? If they do the same thing over and over again, yeah, they're going to get tired of it. But if they come back for new things, what are they going to do? They're going to either buy another pass or bring other friends and they're going to spend money. Right? So we might have special events where you buy that lanyard. I know Six Flags, I think they also do one for Worst Fest, for Oktoberfest. And so they have those special events that are revenue generators. At the risk of getting the song stuck in my head, SeaWorld, I think, just finished Baby Shark. They had Baby Shark for like, I don't know how many, like a month and a half. It was a really long time.
Stuff like cupcakes and stuff.
Yeah.
So every morning we open, they have a cake cutting. And those first few guests, they do cake and cupcakes, and they give out like limited edition SeaWorld medals.
Yeah.
So that same stuff. We just threw glitter on it at 60th anniversary. They do the same thing with Hollow Scream and the Seven Seas. They'll change the name of something and it'll be the exact same thing so that it seems like something's new and it brings people.
Exactly. So it's a revenue generator. It's an interest generator that allows you to help kind of bring up that price per spend per guest that's coming through the park. So what we are going to do, what was the first park that the book talks about? The original theme park. Knott's Berry Farm. Yep. Knott's Berry Farm. Okay. And so what was the whole theme for Knott's Berry Farm? Berries, right? And then I always, whenever I think about Knott's Berry Farm, I always think of like this like small, um, kind of rural town type fair. Are y'all familiar with the Hondo corn maze they have in Hondo, Texas? So they usually they might be still be doing it for Thanksgiving, but they used to be only for Halloween time frame. They had this giant corn maze. Um, y'all not familiar with this? They do. I'm gonna turn my video off because this is really too up close. Um, so the one that I know of is in Hondo, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. It's a corn maze. It's a maze through a cornfield, but they use the spelling of maze. Um, oh yeah, it's still going through November 22nd. So you got some time. But look, this is the maze. And so you go through the cornfield. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little creepy at night. Which is why they normally would do it during like Halloween time frame. Um, but it has when I went, I don't know, probably 20 years ago, it was pretty much just the corn maze. And now it seems like it has grown to a pretty cool event and kind of destination with live music, food, and whatnot. Hay rides. So yeah, this is their maze for this. Looks like their maze for this year. And so then I don't know how many of y'all have ever done it. Anybody ever done this before? Recently? 2 years ago? Back when I did it, I don't know if this was how they all normally do it, but they would have like at different junctions, they'd have different trivia questions, and it would tell you to turn left or to turn right. And if you answered it correctly, then you were on the right path. If you answered it incorrectly, you'd end up back at that spot in some way. So it's a pretty cool concept. And you're just basically in a cornfield, which again makes it really creepy at some point at nighttime. Traders Village, okay.
Yeah.
It's not straight and so like traffic so long, keep following maps. But they have like little checkpoints, that are marked one all the way through however many. And you get to they have hole punchers, so you hole punch your card to know if you're going the right direction.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't realize Trader Village did that. That's cool. That's good to know. That's much closer than Hondo. But we think about also, we talk about tourism and travel and tourism. That is a demand generator. It's an event that brings people to that small rural town that then helps add to the local economy during that time of the year. So if you're looking for something on the weekend, go check that out. You can be like, I learned about this in my class. Um, all right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to hand out this little piece of paper. Let me turn my camera on. Stop share. So I'm going to hand out this piece of paper. If you are in class and get this done before you leave, hand this back to me, and then I will manually enter your grade in the grade book. If not, you'll need to upload this to the assignment in Canvas. And also, if you're absent and you're watching this video, you can also do this and upload this in Canvas, okay? So, when I hand this out in a moment, I'm not going to hand it out yet because then you guys are going to focus on this and not what I'm talking about, okay? So, you're going to identify a theme park. It cannot be SeaWorld or Six Flags Fiesta Texas, okay? I want to encourage you to think about a different theme park and broaden your horizons, okay? Random question. Raise your hand if you know why Six Flags is called Six Flags.
Because there have been 6 flags that were that
Go ahead. Exactly. And where was the first Six Flags theme park? In Arlington, Texas, outside of Dallas, which is called Six Flags Over Texas. Because there were Six Flags that have flown over Texas. Who can name one of them? Spain, France, Mexico. The last three. America is one of them, and the last two. Texas as a state, Texas as a republic. We were our own state. And then we were also Texas under the Confederacy as well. So those Six Flags have flown over the state of Texas. All right. So not only are we doing theme parks, we're doing a little bit of history as well. Okay. So Six Flags over Texas. And if you go to Six Flags over Texas, they still have some of the original themes. So there was an area that was more French related and some areas that were more Mexican related. If you're going to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, you have the Mercado when you first walk in. And then you move on and then you're in the German area because there's a lot of German influence in San Antonio. We used to have the Western area. They kind of transitioned that as they've changed into more of steampunk. And then from there, we have DC Universe, and then we also have Rockville. So all those different themed areas is why we have different theme. What we call it a theme park because the different areas are themed. Mind blown today. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to identify a theme park. Tell me where it is. And then I want you to identify the food and beverage offerings that they offer at the park. Okay, so the name of the restaurant, what type of food do they offer? And then any kind of regular entertainment offering. So things that are the entertainment that they normally offer on a regular operating day. Okay. And then any kind of special events or festivals. So name what those are and the range of dates that those festivals happen. Okay. So for example, in SeaWorld, San Antonio. Do you know there's a SeaWorld in Abu Dhabi that just opened recently in the last couple of years? So in SeaWorld San Antonio, you might look at a park map and you might identify the food, the dining that's offered. Okay. So the theme park that you go to is probably going to have some kind of map on their website. Okay. You look at the shows and entertainment. And then if you are maybe going a little bit further and you're going to plan your day, there may be a schedule of events that are happening throughout the year. Okay. If we look here at all the events that happen at SeaWorld, the SeaWorld Christmas celebration starts this weekend, which is hard to believe, but hey, at least it's getting cold. And then you might also do a Google search for previous past events. That way you kind of have an idea of what things are happening, events that they hold on a regular basis. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns? This is something, it's just kind of a kind of an interactive way for you to go and do some research at other places to demonstrate that theme parks is not just about the rides, but it also is about, all those things you have to think about when it comes to driving revenue to keep the theme park open and operating. Ticket sales and parking is just one tiny bit of that. The rest of it, food and beverage. Jasmine mentioned the souvenirs, right? Those souvenirs, yeah, it may be the exact same mug, but now I've got to go back and get the one that's Hallow Scream. It looks exactly the same, but it says Hallow Scream on it. Or I gotta get this cup. I am personally someone who likes to collect a lot of stuff. And so I like pint glasses from each different event, or different things like that. Yeah, shot glasses, not pint glasses are a little bit larger, but yeah, shot glasses are also really popular. Um, and so we have those opportunities for people to buy those. But was that coffee cups? Okay, cool. Lately mine has been stickers because that takes up far less room in the suitcase.
I think that
Okay. If you get done, let's say, all right, what time do we have? Yep, that's about the same time I get my morning class. If you get done, and you want to get with your partner, you absolutely can.
On like the same.
Before everybody leaves, though, I do want to make sure I update your grade book with the concept assignment. Okay. Can you pass those to the last kid, please? Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Minsky?
No, that's just for you now. Yes.
If we work with a partner, can we work on the same theme park or should be different?
No, you should have a different theme park. This is not a partner thing. This is an individual thing.
Yeah. I know exactly what theme park.
If there are multiple locations, should we focus on just one?
What?
If there are multiple locations.
Yeah, just focus on one location.
Maybe.
He's really not approved on that.
All right, I'm gonna stop